Good morning. It is 9 a.m., 60 degrees out there. Thanks for joining us this Friday morning here on Daybreak as we're streaming through 9:30. And we're learning more this morning about what's believed to be one of the largest meth seizures in Erie County history. It happened earlier this week. The sheriff's office says it is the result of a 4-month-long investigation into drug activity in Buffalo and Lockport. Investigators say they executed search warrants and found nearly 42 pounds of crystal meth, along with 11 pounds of fentanyl, 5 pounds of cocaine, a stolen shotgun, and cash. They arrested 55-year-old Michael Hatton of Buffalo. He posted $20,000 for bail and was released on Tuesday. But the very next day, federal marshals picked him up during a traffic stop for violating his supervised release. And now he's being held in federal custody. Breaking news overnight, 5 people are without a home and 3 pets have died following a fire in Dunkirk. Crews got reports of a house fire on Lakeshore Drive East around 2 a.m. When they arrived, the family had already evacuated. Firefighters were able to eventually get the fire under control, but they found 3 pets that did not survive. One firefighter also had to be treated for an illness, but they were eventually able to return to duty. The Red Cross is helping the 5 people who were displaced by that fire. The family of Buffalo refugee Nurul Amin Shah Alam is seeking justice after his death was ruled a homicide by the Erie County Medical Examiner earlier this week. Shah Alam was found dead back in February, just days after being released from the Erie County Holding Center and dropped off by Border Patrol agents to a closed Tim Hortons. The medical examiner found that Shah Alam died from a perforated ulcer that the county health commissioner says was linked to stress and made worse by cold exposure and dehydration. A local attorney representing Shah Alam's family, Terry Connors, says no lawsuit has been filed at this time, though he believes that these new findings help in the case. The New York State budget is now overdue as April 1st has come and gone. Lawmakers passed an extender through Tuesday, April 7th, as Governor Kathy Hochul continues to make her case for why lawmakers should approve her spending plan. The governor was in Broome County yesterday, one of the counties selected to participate in a subsidized child care pilot program. The governor's budget plan would fund an affordable child care initiative for the entire state. Hochul says it would also focus on housing affordability. She says the proposal would change laws to eliminate roadblocks for developers.
Local government, the zoning board, the planning board, the local environmental review board, everybody that does the review of a project to build a few more housing units in this city or elsewhere. On top of that, then you have to have the state come in and do about another 2 years of review. Come on. And it costs more money. So developers are saying, you know, it's just not worth it to build in New York. I'll go over to Pennsylvania and do it.
And that budget extender will keep the government open while negotiations continue. New York's comptroller is sounding the alarm as Canadian tourism is plunging in border regions, including right here in Western New York, with tariffs and federal policies impacting the economy. The report says New York had one of the steepest drops in any state in international tourism over last year. The report also states that border travel from Canada fell by more than 21%. That's a decrease of more than 3.5 million visitors. In Western New York, hotel occupancy fell 1.2%, and employment trends in tourism-related businesses were down 2%. Two on Your Side spoke with State Comptroller Thomas DiNapoli yesterday. He says being so close to the border makes matters worse for Western New York.
I think the impact is more dramatically felt in Western New York and in the North Country. That means less money being spent. That translates into fewer jobs, particularly in hospitality and entertainment and retail. Those were sectors of our economy that were still struggling to fully recover from COVID. So this kind of puts us back a bit.
And in response, a spokesperson from the White House released a statement reading in part, "In the 1 year since Liberation Day, President Trump has actually done something about this crisis, signing over 20 new trade deals, securing trillions in manufacturing investments, and shrinking our goods trade deficits," end quote. The Orleans County Sheriff's Office is warning about a rise in scam calls. Authorities say callers are posing as law enforcement, claiming victims missed a grand jury summons and must pay immediately to avoid being arrested or further legal action. Victims are told to stay on the phone while sending money through cash apps like PayPal or Apple Pay. And officials say that these calls are fraudulent, and some people have already lost thousands of dollars. Erie County legislators are revisiting a proposal that would allow 12 and 13-year-olds to hunt in our area. Local leaders and wildlife groups met yesterday to debate the New York State law that was passed in 2021, but counties have to opt into it. The measure previously passed in Erie County with bipartisan support, but it was vetoed by County Executive Mark Poloncarz over safety concerns. The proposal now heads to a public hearing before lawmakers vote on it, and legislators say they are confident that they'll have enough votes to override the county executive's veto. All right, Patrick, it is 9:05. It's 60 degrees. Are you in here, Patrick?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time for you to do the weather, my friend.
Oh, okay. Well,
if you'd like to.
The first 36 times were pretty good, so we'll try it at 37.
Well, you're not doing too well this time.
Why's that?
Yeah, yet.
All right.
I know you'll kill it as soon as you get dressed and get your microphone on and get your graphics up.
Everything's ready to go. All right. Good morning, everyone. We've got some scattered showers that have moved through. They're done. So the rest of the day looks kind of cloudy, breezy with, the possibility of some sun breaks out there. Tomorrow, 71. I know you see a thunder shower here. Okay, the deal for tomorrow is that you'll wake up, there will be a little light rain, no big deal. Most of the day is going to be fine. Late in the day, but certainly Saturday evening, rain and thunderstorms are going to roll through. Some of it could be heavy, but that means a lot of dry time during the day. And then on Sunday, Easter, we're going to see heavy rain Saturday night, but it should dry out Sunday morning pretty quickly, okay? Then the rest of the day will be cool, kind of damp because of the recent rain, and then maybe a little sprinkle or so in the afternoon. But yeah, for Sunday services, Easter, brunch, whatever you're doing, of course, outdoor stuff should be okay. It's just going to be kind of soggy with the gardens and lawns kind of squishy because of the rain. There goes the rain that we had this morning. It moved through really quickly. And the rest of the day looks like, see that? We'll see some partial clearing. However, there are signs that some clouds may linger close to the lakeshore. Also, a couple of thunderstorms we got to watch. Bradford, Smethport, Portville, Bolivar, areas in northern PA, southern tier are under the gun for some stronger thunderstorms later today. That's where they'll be, maybe even Allegheny County, as I mentioned. Then tonight looks fine. Tomorrow, remember I mentioned those showers in the morning? Here they are. And they're not a big deal. Then we'll see partly sunny skies. It'll be pretty mild, if not warm, low 70s. And then here comes the scattered thunderstorms in the late afternoon. But then here comes the rain Saturday evening, Saturday night with some heavy rain possible. And that rain will continue into, look at this, is 5 a.m. So the rain, notice how the back edge of it is moving through. So we should get off, with sunrise maybe being the time when the rain is coming to an end. The rest of the day, kind of on the cloudy side with a few spotty showers possible. And yes, colder air filters in so that by Monday, it's cold enough for possibly a few snow showers. Okay, nothing that really sticks. Maybe a little coating on Tuesday. High temperatures today, though, mid to upper 60s. Tomorrow, even some mid 70s for the southern tier, up towards Buffalo, low 70s. And then on Sunday, you can see the sharp cool down with numbers like 20 to 25 degrees cooler. Morning showers, partly sunny and breezy today. 68, those showers have pretty much wrapped up. Next week, yeah, it's going to be cool to start the week, but mild to finish. We go 40 or so Monday, 30s on Tuesday, snow showers both days. And then Wednesday looks dry, close to 60, Melissa, with a few showers on Thursday of next week. So
that snowflake on the 7-day, you hate to see it, but it's so tiny. It's like you didn't want to put it in there, but you had to. So let's keep it really, really small.
Yeah, you know what this is called? Yeah, it's a snowflake that lacks confidence. Do I really belong here? Should I be here?
No one wants you.
Was I invited, or am I crashing the party? That kind of thing. So he's kind of a snowflake and in need of a home, in need of a friend.
Well.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks for that explanation. All right, we'll talk Sabres coming up after the break, and also the big drive, chip, and putt competition that you can watch on the Golf Channel leading up to the Masters. There's a local teenager who's participating. We'll tell you all about her coming up in the show as well. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody. And the Sabres fans are going to have to wait a little bit longer to end the 14-year playoff drought. I saw somebody on Twitter post that they drove to Ottawa. They got tickets at the last minute and drove because they wanted to be there when the Sabres ended their drought. No.
Well, here's the thing. Everything's fine. Oh, Kevin.
What's in your bag,
What's in your bag, lady? Did you bring me your nuts? Where are your nuts?
No, I left them at the market.
You did? Okay.
Did you?
Here's what I have, though. Hi.
Hi, what do we have?
You guys doing anything?
No,
No,
we're not.
Just
Chocolate
preparing
bowls.
for tomorrow's show.
Chocolate pizza.
Chocolate pizza.
Really?
Which are two of my favorite things.
There you go. And,
what else is in
and
there?
A butter lamb.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Good luck with your little show.
Thanks.
No, that's not nothing. I was
Hey,
just walking
dude,
through.
the game show this year was very good. The game
Wasn't
show
it
nobody
great?
really wanted
No,
to be in.
it's
Nobody
great.
wanted to be in.
A lot of people watch Channel 2, by the way. I'm telling you right now.
Because they all know you,
Well,
even when you're giving other names of other
Oh,
meteorologists.
yeah. That's always fun to do, too.
You also met some really great people. Everyone had a story of
yeah.
I'm from Alden, but I come here every year and want to be the first one to go through the door.
Yeah.
Or my grandfather had a
Right.
stand, and the woman with the bunny glasses and her
Right.
5
whole family.
grandkids.
Yep, the whole family's.
I just love
It's
it.
a thing.
Everybody
Yep.
has a really wonderful reason of being there at 6 in the morning on Good Friday.
It was great. It was good TV.
It was good
It was
TV.
such good TV.
No,
awesome.
we actually paid attention to you.
I appreciate it. Yes, I knew it.
Because it was so good.
Yeah, a lot of times he'll take his bathroom breaks during your live shots, but not this time. This time you wanted to laugh.
What are you guys doing? You guys on TV? What are we doing?
No, we're getting ready for the next
We're
show.
talking Sabres. Do you think that they're going to clinch it tomorrow?
I'm not.
Okay.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Why?
Monday.
Just make it.
How about Monday at home
make it.
against the Lightning? That would be
Yeah.
a fun game
That
to
would
clinch.
be awesome.
That would be
Just
awesome.
make the playoffs. I don't care if they win the division or not. They
Okay.
can make the wild
Okay.
card.
Okay.
Just sneak in. Just
What I
make
was
it.
saying,
Give me a home game. Give me a home game in April and May. I'll be
they've
happy.
lost 4 out of their last 6 games.
It's okay.
I know. Okay, hold on. It took 2 weeks to lose 4 games. It took 2 months before that to lose 4 games. So everything's fine. I'm just saying
Lose 4 of their last 6.
Well, they got a loser point in 2 of them.
Sure.
But it's still
Those
a
were-
loss.
yeah.
4 out of 6. I'm just they were in an incredible pace that you could never keep up forever.
But then they got rid of Metza. They sent him down.
They brought him back.
And so they have brought him back, which is
Yeah.
great. Sam Carrick has an injury. He's week to week because he got into that fight and then fell.
Oh, is it week to? So
he's week to week.
He's still potential for the playoffs.
Sure. But Jonathan Acosta went to Ottawa for the game yesterday.
Let's let him talk about the Sabres.
He can talk about it.
The Sabres came into Ottawa with hopes of finally ending a 14-year playoff drought. While the team still remains in good position to make that happen, a celebration will have to wait at least one more game. A 4-1 loss to the Senators, postponing the clinching of a playoff spot. The Sabres had the lead in this one before conceding the game's final 4 goals, including 3 in the third period. The effort leading to disappointment from the head coach, while the players know a trip to the playoffs isn't yet a foregone conclusion.
Took over the game. Last 2 periods, I thought they outskated, they outcompeted. Their desperation level was just higher than ours. As simple as that. They were better than us. Simple as that. Their compete was better. They won more battles. No, we weren't good. We weren't good enough to win the game. I'm just being honest about what I saw. It's not difficult to talk about. It's what I saw.
Yeah, I mean everyone's dying for points right now. Everyone needs them. Including us. We're last I checked, we're not in the playoffs yet. So. We got a lot of work to do. We need to shore up a lot of what we're doing. I don't feel this is the first time we were in this scenario. To be honest with you, I think right now what I'm going to say is we need to have urgency without panic. I think we're going to learn from this. I think we're going to watch some video and try to be better, when we play Washington.
The loss also costing the Sabres in the division race as Tampa Bay and Montreal won to gain ground in the Atlantic. First things first, though, just getting in the playoffs. The Sabres can clinch their spot next time out on the ice when they take on the Capitals in Washington Saturday night. On your side in Ottawa, Jonathan Acosta, Channel 2 Sports.
All right, so here's a look at the top of the Eastern Conference now. Carolina won last night, so they did clinch a playoff spot, and now they are 2 points ahead of the Sabres with a game in hand. Meanwhile, Tampa beat Pittsburgh, and the Lightning are tied with the Sabres with 100 points, but Tampa has pulled ahead to the top of the Atlantic Division because they have a game in hand. So again, that game on Monday, Dingus Day, when the Sabres play the Lightning, that is going to be a huge game and maybe a fun one, yeah.
But now we got to worry about Montreal because they're coming up.
Okay, so they're second place right now, but again, the Sabres will clinch a
right,
playoff spot.
But the Canadians who have won 7 in a row, they could sneak up on us and take away that home field advantage, that home ice advantage.
Right.
Field. So I don't know.
These next 6 games are all very, very important.
Yeah.
And so the Sabres play tomorrow in Washington. Bandits, by the way, are playing here at home tomorrow. There's only 3 games left, I believe, and the Bandits are in a playoff spot right now, so hopefully they can continue to win and keep that playoff spot alive. So, Sabres, like, even though they lost, fans are still going out to bars and going out to restaurants to watch the game. They went to Hofbrauhaus yesterday, right near KeyBank Center, because there's this new thing called the Saberhood. And so they're picking a different restaurant or bar each away game now for the rest of the season to go to and celebrate with other fans. So they were there last night, and here's what they had to say.
Now is our time. It's been 14 years. We went from literally last place to first place. This is going to be incredible. This is a true Cinderella story.
At the beginning of the season, for an away game, we never had anybody come in, or very few people come in. Now we're getting good crowds. Everybody's decked out in their Sabres gear, and it's a lot of fun.
I think the Sabres are going all the way. I mean, take a look at a couple years ago. The Carolina Hurricanes broke an 11-year drought, and they went all the way to the Eastern Conference Final. That could happen to us, or we can also go all the way and show them that we're not to mess around with anymore.
And again, the Sabres next away game. Tomorrow night, Capitals. Puck drops at 7. We'll let you know where the Saberhood bar takeover is happening. They haven't announced it yet, but they have an Instagram handle, and they post it there about where that bar is going to be.
Do they do the paddle at that Hofbrauhaus?
I haven't been.
Okay.
I know they stand up on tables and dance.
Right, and I don't know, maybe...
What is the paddle?
Oh.
Like a fanny paddle?
Oh yes.
Okay.
And it involves, you know, having a beverage, and then one of the hostesses or whatever would, use the paddle. And all in good fun, and maybe they don't do that anymore, but that was a tradition at other Hofbrauhaus locations that I've been to in this Sin City. Anyway, it was just a part of their thing. It's a fun place with the tables, like you said, and all the revelry. So anyway,
okay,
the battle. Anyway,
all right, we'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back. Now, the news that has all of Buffalo buzzing. The newest member of Bill's Mafia has arrived, and she is a little princess. Josh Allen and Haley Steinfeld announced the birth of their baby girl. Haley shared the news yesterday through her Bow Society newsletter. The post was very short. It simply read, "Our baby girl has arrived. We're feeling incredibly grateful and blessed and savoring these early moments. Thank you so much for the love and well wishes." That was it. No word yet on the baby's name, when she was actually born, or anything else about the delivery, where they are, how they're doing. We have so many questions, and we'll eventually get them answered, but everything's always a little delayed with them. You know, they have their wedding, and then we see the pictures weeks, if not months later. The baby shower, we just saw those pictures maybe 2 weeks ago from the baby shower, and so you know that it was a while ago. So we really have no idea when the baby was born. It could have been a while ago.
Could have been a while ago. And I've always wondered, seeing this, it makes me think, what is the history of Buffalo Bills players who have had young kids while on the team and have actually maybe involved the kids? Like, I know Steve Tasker used to have his boys on the field with him. Dawson Knox
well, Dawson Knox is a baby now, so he just had a baby.
Right.
His wife did, obviously. But Deion Dawkins brings his kids around with his
and they were in Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
So I wonder if we're going to see a lot of them. You know, I know Haley spent a lot.
She doesn't come to very many games.
No, but you can tell that video you just saw of the announcement was clearly here.
Right.
I'm assuming.
In the snow.
With the snow. Anyway, it'll be. This is wonderful news, and I don't know. I think we're all kind of.
Haley spent a lot of time in California, so maybe
that's where she's from. That's where they live.
Josh is during the season. he's not going to want to be away from.
Well, that was my question, is that he did mention in a press conference, I'm looking forward to raising my child here.
Oh.
Okay, he said that. So will the child and mom be here? They've got to be here.
If your kid is in Josh and Haley's daughter's preschool or playgroup, like Mommy and Me playgroup with Haley Steinfeld and Josh Allen's kid.
What are they going to, yeah, that's, however, there is a history here of a lot of teammates or teammates' families being involved in the community, and they're kind of given their space. Yeah. I know Dawson Knox's wife works out quite a bit at a gym in Hamburg, and people are just like, hey, she's like one of the group. It's cool. Yeah. So that is an interesting question, though. That's
like bring your parent. Like when you go to your kids' like kindergarten class.
And what happens if Josh Allen's daughter gets like in trouble? Do they? You don't want to put her in timeout if there's a little.
I don't know.
Kids misbehaving.
We shall see.
Wow. Let's just hope, and we're hoping happy for a healthy baby, and that's wonderful.
Okay.
We're worried about what school she's going to go to already.
Moving on now. Speaking of schools, congratulations to an Orchard Park sophomore, Claire Brady, and we wish her the best of luck. She is in Augusta right now, about to compete on one of golf's biggest stages. The 14-year-old earned an invitation to compete at Augusta National in the Drive, Chip and Putt National Finals, and it's going to be on TV this Sunday. You can watch it on the Golf Channel. It's ahead of the Masters. The Masters start this week, so this always leads up to it. Claire is going to be competing in the girls 14 to 15 age division. She had to advance through local, regional, and sub-regional qualifiers. She has spent 8 seasons with the First Tee program, and now she's giving back as a junior coach and mentoring younger players through First Tee. And on the course, she led Orchard Park to an undefeated 2025
Was she going to
season.
hit it? Oh,
this
that's
is
a picture. Oh, I thought that was a video.
She averages 37 for 9 holes. She's practically a scratch golfer.
Wow.
And she proves day in and day out that she's a standout, not just on the course, but off the course as well. Elliot has been so lucky to play in the same tournaments as Claire, so we've gotten to know her and her sister Elise, who is also a golfer a little bit. She's a lovely young woman. It is so hard to get to the national finals for Drive, Chip, and Putt. They estimate that about 80,000 kids participate in the qualifiers.
And how many make it?
80. 40 girls, 40 boys compete at Augusta.
So 80 out of 8,000, that's 1%.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's incredible. And so you have to, the drive, you have to stay within the 40-yard window, and wherever the drive lands, you get more points for how far it goes. The chip, you get 3 chips, and you get points for how close it lands, all from the same spot. And then putts, you do a 6-foot putt, a 15-foot putt, and a 30-foot putt, and you get the points for that. So watch Drive, Chip, and Putt, and cheer Claire on from afar. We're so excited for her. I just can't even imagine being.
Is it on television? Can we see it?
Golf Channel.
Golf Channel.
On Sunday, you can watch it, and they show all the kids, and it's just awesome. What an incredible experience.
Didn't the son of one of the players compete in that, or maybe it was more of as a caddy? Was it Rory's kid, or?
Well, Elliot played against Tony Finau's kid in the World Championship.
Okay.
So
I just thought there was a player that had a kid that was in that, or is also a good golfer. But anyway.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Speaking of caddy, so Claire, every kid only gets to pick one person to be with them, like inside the ropes.
Who'd she pick?
Instead of picking mom or dad, she picked her grandpa.
Oh.
Because she said on her Instagram that Grandma and Grandpa got her first set of plastic clubs when she was 1 year old. And so there's video of her giving him a present at Christmas time, and it was something that said, that I want you to be my caddy. And so Grandpa's going to be able to experience that.
And Dad was like, I could have gone to the Masters?
Well, they'll be there. They just won't be that close.
Okay.
Yeah.
They still get to go. Okay.
Yeah, so really a wonderful experience. So congratulations to Claire and good luck.
That's great.
Okay, also a star-studded lineup for the National Comedy Center's annual festival. Some of the top names in comedy, including this guy, Jerry Seinfeld, is going to be here. Bert Kreischer is also coming, and Seth Meyers. So they are the 3 headliners. So this is August 6th, the National Comedy Center's annual festival. Lots of other names will be here as well, but those are some big names, and tickets are on sale.
Well, it doesn't get bigger.
No.
I mean, that's the top echelon.
Yeah. I love seeing so many stars saying, yes, I will come to Jamestown.
Right.
National Comedy Center is the real deal. If you haven't been there yet, I mean, people travel from all across the country to go and see this amazing museum and center in Jamestown.
Very cool.
Yeah. Okay. I'm off next week. Have a wonderful Easter.
What is this place going to do? It's just
celebrate. That's what they'll do.
Celebrate Western New York, which we like to do at Channel 2, but for all sorts of reasons. Right. We're going to miss you.
Thannge.
Enjoy some time.
Sunny Florida. And when I come back, it better be nice because I'm missing snow.
She's gone.
Don't have too much fun without me.
I'm just kidding. We are not the same without you. So we'll wait for you to
happier.
return.
I know. All right. Enjoy your Easter, everyone, and have a great spring break if you're off. Bye, everybody.